Hi, I'm Mariah.
And I'm Ellie.
And this
is our cartoon
podcast.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, so I made her do another one with me today. This is a double recorded.
Yeah,
Not that you would ever know that. But the reason is because I gave Miraculous Ladybug another try, and I am less in dislike of it now.
Oh, yeah?
I know.
You watched it?
I did.
Did you like it?
No, but I dislike it less now.
Well, that's good.
And I think that if I continued to watch it, I would eventually get to a point where I liked it.
Oh, well, that's good.
I'm not really sure where the plot is because it was just up on Netflix. So I don't think it was the start of the story. Mm-hmm. It was because it wasn't Miraculous Ladybug. It was like the Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and the cat dude.
And Chat Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cat Noir.
Yeah.
Is it Cat Noir or Chat Noir?
Oh, it's Chat Noir in the French version.
Okay.
So, because it was originally a French cartoon and then it was dubbed for English.
Well, they just sort of jumped in. They didn't explain who anyone was. She was babysitting a kid, and he's a model, and she likes him, and he's in the park, and there's a guy who's either a moth or butterfly who makes these butterflies that are a thing into evil butterflies, and they possess people. And you just sort of have to roll with it.
Yeah, he's the monarch.
He's the monarch? I thought he was like something moth.
No, he is. He's I was joking. The first time I mentioned the show to you, I mentioned him as the monarch.
He's the monarch!
Monarch!
God, Adventure Brothers is such a good show.
Yeah, oh my god, I missed that show.
I do too.
Oh man, what was the name of his sidekick? I forgot her name. She was super cool though.
She's not a sidekick.
Or her, like his significant other.
Dr. Girlfriend.
Dr. Girlfriend. Well then, she was super rad. Also super smart. I love how the monarch gave her his origin story. Mm-hmm. He's like, and ever since I've been trying to find that same flock of butterflies that raised me. And she's like, oh, no, you know that butterflies only live a couple months, right? He's like, what? And she's like, nothing.
Yeah, but no, I was watching Ladybug, and the animation was actually really good and also really terrible.
Yeah.
Like both at the same time. Because all of the character animation, all of the movement, all of the action is like spot on. It's exactly where you want it to be. It's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And it's set against these flat, textureless, really unrealistic backgrounds, and they're just moving around. I'm like, oh my god.
Aw. It kind of reminds me of the Monster in Paris movie that I bought, that I told you that we should watch together at some point. That was also a French-made thing, and the animation, I believe, is exactly the same as what you're mentioning. Because the way that the characters moved was very interesting, and the way that the characters were designed was pretty cool. But the backgrounds aren't that great, and I almost feel like it might be similar animation. But A Monster in Paris was also a French thing that came to America, and I thought it was going to be shit. I thought it was going to be awful. I was like, okay, even before I put the movie in, I was like, either this is going to be so awful that I'm going to love it, or it's just going to be awful. And I watched it, and I was like, it's not even awful.
The way I would describe Miraculous Ladybug, at least just the ones that I've seen so far, it's like old school dubbed Sailor Moon, but with half of the substance.
Oh.
Because they're just sort of, this guy's evil, these ones are good, and they're fighting now.
Well then, don't they have little animal sidekicks too, or something like that?
Sort of. One of them's an animal. The other one is like a little baby doll that's creepy and has been painted red with dots on it. It's not actually a ladybug. See, one of them's just straight up a cat, and the other one's sort of like quotation marks, a ladybug. And it's just really sort of a creepy baby doll.
Oh no.
That turns into a yo-yo.
That's true. Oh, well, alright. So, All right. uh, I mean, a yo-yo can be a weapon. We've seen Smoky Quartz use it.
I know, but like a regular sized one without spikes.
Just a tiny yo-yo.
Yeah.
Aw, well, all right. But yeah, it was very
Like with razor wire, so it's okay.
Yeah, but like when I mentioned to you the first time, I mentioned that it was kind of Sailor Moony because, like, you know, like the evil in their hearts, like they would just turn people evil and then just use her powers to make them not evil anymore.
I know. I'm interested if there's like a spot that I should start in that I missed somehow, where like it starts off and like there's a plot and she gets powers and explains who the fuck the butterfly guy is.
Right.
But if it just sort of throws you in there, then I don't know. Maybe I could watch a little bit more if I was really bored.
I'm sure there's some sort of origin story. I can ask Sunny later.
Are you caught up? Speaking of Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
are you caught up on Voltron?
No.
You're not caught up on Voltron?
No.
Okay, well we're gonna have to get her caught up on Voltron.
Yeah.
Because I want to do a Voltron one again.
Oh yeah, we should do a Voltron episode once I see the second season. I super want to see it. So I'm trying really hard not to get spoiled because by the end of the first season, I had like theories. And I'm thinking, oh man, like I think Keith might be like part Golra, but I don't know. But I'm almost positive that it has to be true. And there are a couple other things where I'm like, I wonder if this is gonna happen. And I really don't want to get spoiled, and I'm trying so hard not to get spoiled. But I follow some Voltron fans on Tumblr, and luckily they're only super fond of the shipping, so I haven't been spoiled yet. I've just been watching some Keith and Lance and some Shiro and Keith action, which is cute. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, well, I'm 100% against Keith and Lance.
All right.
Because as a fan of the original show, I know that the true triangle is Keith, Princess, Lotor.
I can't wait to meet Lotor.
Lotor's gonna be amazing.
he's the prince that you showed me the picture of.
Yes.
Yeah. He looks like a bitch.
He is the sassiest, bluest prince of evil robots that you could ever want. And I miss him from the original show because, for me, he was the actual real bad guy. He was the one that you cared if he was in the show or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, his dad is big and evil and powerful, but Prince Lotor, he's the one, he's the one.
He's the scary one.
No, he's just the one that's fun to watch.
Okay. Oh, man.
Now, I don't know if you consider this a spoiler, but I will tell you how Voltron ends. At least how it used to end.
Oh, yeah, tell me how it used to end.
Prince Lotor gets so mad at Voltron,
Yeah?
right, that he turns himself into a Robeast so that he can fight Voltron one-on-one, even though he loses himself in the process.
Aww.
He becomes the most powerful Robeast and kicks Voltron's ass.
Oh, shit.
Until the mice, the little space mice,
Yeah?
get into their own robot,
Little mouse robot.
jump on top of Voltron's blazing sword, the little crest, the insignia at the end of it, and unlock its true power, whereupon, of course, the blazing sword cuts the Robeast in half in one go. As it does every single time.
Oh, shit. So the little mice are more than just cute little mice for the princess to talk to.
Sort of, for that one episode. It was really weird. It was out of nowhere where they found like the little mouse robot and they hooked up with Voltron's sword, unlocked its power, and I'm like, what? And then of course Voltron won, and I'm like, okay.
Alright. Well, I hope that's not how it'll end this time. I mean, they're already kind of going a different way.
I don't want the mice to have a robot. No, I don't want them to do that again.
I mean, from the sound of it, I think they're already going kind of a different way, right? Because
how do you mean?
You mentioned that at one point Shiro dies. in the.
Well, he doesn't die.
He quote unquote.
And it's Sven, by the way. It's Sven.
Okay.
It's Sven. Like, he leaves the show. Because I haven't seen Go Lion. Go Lion is what Voltron is based on. And I haven't actually seen it. But something happens to him and he goes away. But in the dub, they're like, oh, he died. Except that he comes back later.
So he didn't actually die. But for a while, his line was piloted by the princess, right?
No.
No, by Keith?
Yes. Keith was the leader of Voltron in the original show.
Right. Gotcha.
He'll form the head.
And I'll form the head.
That's his line.
Yeah. I remember you showing me when the new Voltron came out the first time, you were like, oh, I am so excited, let me show you this thing.
I know, and I did that really geeky intro for our podcast.
Yeah, and it was super rad.
No, it was really stupid. I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
No, I don't apologize. It was awesome. Sorry, not sorry. Also, it's we got thunder and lightning going on, so if you hear that in the background, I apologize.
Very, very frightening.
Sky gods are mad at us. So, yeah, so I really need to see the second.
You actually really do.
Yeah.
You really, really do.
I know that more than I do, I physically have to. There are some times that I get so obsessed with a thing that it'll start affecting my sleep patterns. And recently it was the fact that I really want to see Hamilton. But it's also recently been that I want to see the second season of Voltron. And the only thing keeping me from that is that I don't know my Netflix password.
I do.
You know my Netflix password?
Yes, I do.
Well, in that case, I need that.
I can get you set up right now.
Cool. All right. So after the podcast, just give me that password. Set me up.
I will do that.
Hook me up, sister.
I will do that.
I totally want to watch Voltron. Oh, man. I'm so excited. Oh, man.
I still miss the Voltron music, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Aw, I'm sorry, honey.
Ba 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 ba.
I'd join in if I knew it at all.
I know you don't know it.
I know, I'm sorry.
You don't know it.
I know. Oh, man. You know, I don't know why talking about, the French shows made me remember a cartoon I used to watch as a kid, but now I kind of want to bring it up. And I apologize if it's a little bit out of context because we've been mostly kind of
We have context?
But anyway, it's called The Hunchback Horse. It was it was a movie from Russia, and they did some English dubbing. And as a kid, I used to watch it nonstop. And it's essentially a story about this kid with these brothers who are really mean to him. And he has to watch over this hay, and then there's this magical unicorn that comes, or Pegasus, or whatever. And
which is it? A unicorn or Pegasus?
It's an alicorn.
It is?
I don't know. So it's a magical horse, and I'm sorry.
I'm left wanting to know now.
I'll look it up later.
Okay.
But so he gets on the back of this horse. And he rides her through time and space or whatever. And eventually she gets tired, and she goes, "If you'll release me, I will grant you a prize." And so he's like, "All right." So she gives him 3 beautiful horses, almost ethereal horses. They're glimmering, and the animation is way different for these horses. And then she goes and then you get this other horse, which was this really long-eared, almost donkey-looking horse. And she was like, this horse may not be as beautiful, but she will be your best friend forever, essentially. And she's a magical horse. So you can do whatever you want with these 3 beautiful horses, but this hunchback horse that I'm giving you, you have to keep her forever. And the boy's like, all right. So eventually he goes and he meets the king, and he's trying to get these riches and things like that from the king. But the king's got this royal vizier who's a dick, and
Of course.
And he's like telling the king that he should put this kid like on a bunch of these trials. So he ends up having to talk to this this whale that like swallowed 40 ships in order to get this like priceless ring from or whatever. Like I can't remember exactly what happens, but he gets this priceless ring. He basically kidnaps this beautiful siren lady who he kidnaps the beautiful siren lady and takes her to the castle so that the king can marry her, but she doesn't want to marry the king because he's old and he's ugly. And so the king's like, well, get me the phoenix feather, give me a phoenix feather so that I can, show my love to the princess. So he makes the boy go get the phoenix, and then he makes the boy go get the ring from the whale that ate 40 ships, and he makes the boy do these other things. And then it reveals that, like, there's a story told where if you put yourself in, like, boiling water and then, or like boiling hot milk and then freezing cold water and then get out, you'll look young and beautiful again. I think this is something that the princess tells the king so that he'll get into the boiling milk and die. But the king doesn't want to do it first, so he makes the boy do it first. And
Wow.
And the boy knows he's gonna die. So he's crying because he knows he's gonna die for this king. And, like, he has no choice because, his hunchback horse was stolen by the royal vizier. And, she keeps trying to save him. And then at the very last second, the boy is, like, gonna go jump into the milk. And then the magical horse, like, cools down the milk just as he jumps in. And then, like, heats up the water just as he jumps in. And then he comes out and he's, like, this young, handsome man that the princess wants to marry. And then the king's like, oh, awesome, it works. And then he jumps into the milk that's now boiling again, and he dies. That's the end of the story.
What a happy ending to a Russian story. Or a Russian ending to a happy story.
A Russian ending to a happy story. One of the two. And the royal vizier dies at one point, I think. I don't remember. He looked a lot like Zigzag from the other movie that I love watching. But yeah, so I don't know why it reminded me of that Russian cartoon, but I really wanted to tell you about it because
I have no idea why. So I think we should end where we started.
Yeah.
Because you talked about a cartoon from your childhood. I will talk about one from mine.
Yeah.
But I will bring us back around to being on topic because it is originally a French production that was dubbed.
You are the master of segues.
I know. That's the 7 Cities of Gold. Have you ever seen the 7 Cities of Gold?
No, I haven't.
It is amazing.
Oh, yeah?
I remember it being amazing because I always wanted to watch the end of it, and there just wasn't any more.
Oh, no. That's so sad.
Well, this kid sailing off to look for the 7 Cities of Gold.
Yeah?
Yeah, it had a great song, too.
Oh. So you go to search for the 7 Cities of Gold, but it just ends?
Well, I guess they didn't bring the rest of it over ever.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the world of the internet. I guess we can look and see if maybe...
It's like how the Pirates of Darkwater doesn't have a second season, even though it should definitely have a second season.
I've never seen the Pirates of Darkwater.
Gasp!
There's a lot of stuff I've never seen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
There's another show I want to watch, Star and the Forces of Evil.
Star and the Forces of Evil?
Yeah, it looks really good. It's a story about this girl. She's like, her name is Princess Star, and she's
really?
Yeah. Yes.
Did she fight the forces of evil?
Yes. How did you know?
Amazing.
She has a wand that goes through time and space, and she like rips holes in the space-time continuum, and she like goes from.
And the doctor never shows up and stops her?
No, she goes from dimension to dimension with this little Mexican guy. What was his name? Marco? Carlos? Something like that. And he's adorable. He's a precious young boy. And the two of them just save the world, I guess. But I had never watched it, but it looks really good. Yeah. But yeah,
well, maybe we'll check that out.
Yeah, maybe we'll check out
after Voltron.
Yeah, after Voltron. But anyway, I've been Mariah.
And I've been Ellie.
And this has been our cartoon podcast.